Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Chillwell. Welcome back to Studio Crockett. Today we're going to be doing the continuation of Eternal Flames Phase 1, which is story building. And today we're going to be doing a little bit of character design. And today I'm working on our main character, Alkira's mother, who has a pinnacle point in this. And it's kind of, like I said in the previous video, this is going to be about not just the main character, but the side characters and other characters hold a lot of weight in this as well. And like I said before, there's a group of older members of this team, and now they are training the new members of this team, the young generation, the next generation, to fulfill the goal of killing the devil, pretty much. And so today we're going to be doing the healer of the previous team, Alkira's mother, who fell in love with Memphis, Alkira's father. And it's just going to be a basic video just to show how I do my creative process in making these characters and such. And it's pretty basic. She's not going to have nothing crazy about her, like none of the characters are super in your face kind of deal. I mean, she's not going to be super pivotal to the story, but in her own way, as her backstory, she pretty much is. So basically I just kind of start off with the head shape. I mean, it's all kind of basic stuff. I mainly focus on their faces first, just to get a basic layout of things. And we'll do a kind of a quarter turn-ish, basically, is what I like to do, because it just kind of gives me a good feel of what these characters are going to look like, even from the side. Now, headshots, full frontal headshots can be difficult sometimes, but. And just kind of doing she's going to be a female, but I want it to kind of match the way Alkira's face is shaped, where he kind of has a bit of a longer face. Just to kind of trace through the guidelines here, getting to her kind of jawline. You don't want to make it too hard of a jawline, depending on your character. If your character is female with a strong jawline or not, but basically this character, she is the healer's character is that she is going to she fell in love with Memphis, and her pregnancy being, she knew what she was kind of getting into when meeting Memphis, that he is. So the backstory for this character is that she doesn't really have a name yet. I haven't really come up with anything, really, and this is all just kind of speculation as far as even this goes, because I might change something about her. I might, give her a different hairstyle, or figure it out from here. This is basically just the baseline point of making a character for me. Like I do with all my characters. They all go through the same process, and and it's all the same fluidity with each character. Like I'm sure most people do. Or if it's just me, I don't know. But she fell in love with Memphis during their time in the previous generation's team, and knowing what she was getting into, that he was the holder of death, and that his bloodline is very crucial. Still, she fell in love with him and got pregnant by him, and her pregnancy put their team in danger, pretty much, because that's when the heat really started, because even if they kill even if they killed Memphis, they would still have to kill the child because it would go on if not. And the team knew this and decided to send her away. And her, along with her pregnancy, her powers of healing, she is very subject to being possessed by demons. And they would use her powers against. It would be very bad, needless to say, for her to get possessed and have her powers used against everyone potentially. So they send her off, and she finds she's forced into seclusion, and they protect her from harm and potential loss of life with the bloodline, because that she is the vessel of. And she finds herself in a small town called Hunton Creek, which is a fully water-dependent town that has grown since her arrival, and whose residents know all too well who she is and who she worked for and what she did before she came here. And they surely know that she carries the bloodline, the next of kin. And but the demons know who she is also. But it's not about who she is, it's about where she is. And this place, Hunting Creek, is out in the middle of the water, with homes fully supported by docks, and everybody's traveling by boat and is fully dependent on the water. And it's hard for demons to get there, let alone find them. A lot of them have things like talisman and religious artifacts that keep demons away and at bay. So they are pretty well protected. And especially while she's there, she can help the town develop and whatnot. So that is kind of what her deal is. Let me give her like Alkira kind of has more of a upright, rounded nose like this. So she is going to be the outcast kind of healer, and things go fine. Things go well as she's living in this town of Hunting Creek. That she gets along well with the neighbors, but there is always a bit of angst amongst the population because she holds the bloodline, and the demons are hunting for that bloodline because they know that if he kills the devil, then death will be supreme, and they don't want that. They want Homeboy to stay in charge. So So they do well. They do well in this town for quite a while, and but over time, the demons find their location. Word gets around, and they hold on. It's hard to draw and talk at the same time. I gotta get used to that for you guys. But the time comes where the demons find them, and they get a knock on their door from none other than Bruce, who is the combat specialist of the previous team. And he says, "Hey, we haven't been able to find Memphis, and I think it's time. For you to hand over your son to join the fight." And she is absolutely horrified by this and doesn't want him to go, but he must, because otherwise Earth might not stand against the devil. The residents of Earth, humanity, might not stand against the devil. And so she does. She breaks and cries and lets his ass go, is what it's gonna be. Give her some marks to show some age for this character. And we'll give her some easier eyes, I suppose. But I want them to kind of maintain Alkira's shape in a way. And of course, this is not looking super hot right now. Just gotta let it be. Yikes. It's just kinda, let me, whoa. That's a big eye, you know what I'm saying? I like the big eyes, but yeesh. God, I didn't shorten it much, did I? Good Lord. Alright, whatever. The eye. It'll change. It'll change. I'll fix it up a little bit. Whatever. This is just kind of a lazy little drawing sesh trying to come up with this character's design. That's all this is. We'll give her... we'll have her, we'll just have her looking just head on. How about it? Just looking straight ahead. Give her a little glimmer in the eye and a pupil. A pupil. Boom. See, now she's got a little bit of life. Draws some little, eye lines or whatever. And then we'll give her some nice eyebrows, some nice eyebrows, know what I'm saying? Oh Lord. And then, yep, that looks fine. Looks fine. It's not looking super great. Alright, so let's give her a good old ear. And fill in some of this. Oh, good Lord. I'm hold on. Obviously, I got her head slightly cocked a little bit. So let me go this way with it. Better. We'll give her a nice like a ear ring. Give her a nice have it come down. Maybe we'll do like I don't know, like here. We'll just put some diamonds on it or something. We'll just do a little diamond earring, and then we'll fling one on this side too, just to give you a little. Boom. Now hair. Now she's just gonna have some nice long hair, just some nice long kind of blondish hair. Well, here we'll give her a little bit of eyelash action. I don't want to leave her hanging like no lashes, no lash having ass bitch. It's not what we gonna do to our girl here. Not what we gonna do to old girl here. She not old, but she there. She old. And let's see here. We're gonna give her, we're just gonna give her some. Let's strand it out a little. Let's see here what we can do. Just kind of go. We'll just do a little kind of have it coming this way. Hold up. Make his head just a little bigger. Yeah. Round that out some. Yeah, it's looking sweet. And then we'll split it up. Maybe I split it a little low here. There we go. It's a little better. Yeah. Hey. Figured it out, The more you add, the more you figure it out. Sometimes. I'll make it kind of Give her a little. Make sure we can straighten it out nice like. This is how I like to do my hair. I just like to stretch my hair. Sketch my hair out. Let's keep it coming. Maybe we'll have her ear maybe peeking through it. Just the hair. I get it, just a hair. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll play with it. Oh, good lord! Looks like she's got her brains. Looks like her head's melting. Her head's melting, y'all. Make sure we flow it down. Make sure it's covering. You know, nothing crazy. Maybe she can even have like a. I don't fucking know. Nah, I ain't gonna do all that. I was gonna say maybe she can have long hair and a ponytail, but I don't like doing all that. She's gotta have her short hairs, you know, kind of flowing over her face a little bit, give them a little life. Yeah, she looks nice. You know, fill in this lip a little. You know. Fill in her lip. Just to kind of get a little, you know. Oh, snap. I'm hitting my stuff, y'all. Hitting my stuff. Give her a little, you know, I don't know. Just a little, whatever. Collarbone, whatever. I mean, now that she needs it. I'm not doing all that. I'm not doing everything. I'm just doing a little facial. Doing a little facial thing. Facial recognition type shit. You know, I'm a basic bitch sometimes. I like to do my characters. Just like this. Just like this. And it's coming together, you know. I've messed up in a couple spots, but, you know, she looks good. She's this is a character in the works right here. You know what I'm saying? This is good stuff. Yeah, she looks good. She looks like a slightly. Here, we'll do a little some of these, you know, kind of age her up just a hair more, you know. Looks like she's. Give her a little bit of like crow's feet action, kind of. You know. Looks legit. She looks like she would be his mother, mayhaps. And now, naming these characters, that's a difficult one. That's one that I'm not good at yet. Figure it out, though. Maybe like a Melanie or something. Maybe like I don't know. As the healer, I don't know. Maybe you guys can help me out. It'd be nice. So yeah, I think that looks good. I think that looks good right there. And we'll play with that. Alright. Yep, just kind of darken this up to where you can kind of see her head a little bit. Yeah, cool. Darken this up some. Just keep on, you know, every hair makes a difference. As you can see, every hair in this whole thing has made a difference. Well, there you go, guys. I think that's a cool little character design, you know, simple, just kind of from the dome. It could be anybody, but it's a character in the works. Add a couple things here, maybe a couple more things on her earrings, you know. Maybe she'll always have those earrings. I don't know, man, you know. We'll see. But, so, you know, that's just kind of a little sneak peek into how I draw also. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you like my art style, make sure you guys leave a like and hit that subscribe button. It really helps. If you didn't, I'm doing it anyway. Have a good one, guys. Peace out.